Oh, it's recording. Oopsie, sorry. Kind of had another screen there. I forgot there was a 3-second countdown. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is me, the Ravenous Spectre. Yo! And this is yet another entry in the Journey Onward series. Now, granted, I usually do these at work when I'm on my breaks or whatever, but sometimes I do them at home. I can't talk. Sometimes I'll do them at home because I fucking feel like it. So there you go. And this is basically just a discussion about what I'm playing throughout the week. If you like that, if you want to have a discussion, so be it, because everybody, gamers and everything, are always playing something during the week and discussing things like their friends do, about what they're playing and all that shit. I'm just trying to get all my thoughts together in terms of doing this video, which I never plan sometimes when doing this stuff. It's kind of just right out of my ass, just off the top of my head. I just spew this stuff out like verbal diarrhea all over the place. But, this is what I've been playing for this week. Basically, one of the main things I've been playing has been Fallout. I almost said Nuka Cola, which Nuka Cola is in the game. Fallout Nuka World, which is basically the next of I guess it's the final DLC for Fallout 4. And excuse me, it was like $20, which was like a few dollars cheaper than Far Harbor. And the thing is that I'm really liking it. I think it's really cool. I don't know if I'm to the end of the DLC or not. I'm not necessarily sure. But it's basically an abandoned amusement park where raiders have taken over the place. It's like 3 different groups of raiders that have taken over, and they have their own section of the park. And they don't kill each other, obviously. But then again, they still have qualms with one another, kind of thing. I guess they just try to coexist and whatnot, especially with traders that are there as well for items and whatnot. And they actually have explosive collars around their necks, I guess in case they try to go against the raiders and things of that nature. It's a really interesting concept that I believe that they've come up with an abandoned amusement park, a bunch of raiders, and it basically is like you're experiencing more of kind of like an evil side of yourself, I guess you could say, if you were kind of goody two shoes and Fallout 4, or even if you were bad. This is kind of one of those DLCs is exploring more of the bad side of you if you so choose to do so, which obviously if that's what it's about, that's the choices you're going to have and that's what you're going to do. But honestly, I'm really liking it. I'm thinking it's definitely worth the money for what it was. I'm still going around and exploring the area a bit. But if you guys want to check it out, if you have Fallout 4, I definitely recommend it. I truly do recommend it. If you were kind of on the fence about it, I definitely do recommend it for sure. You can never get enough Fallout, or enough. Well, I was going to say enough Skyrim, but Skyrim's already out, and there's no more DLC coming out for that except for mods that are on PC. But yeah, I've been playing that. Also ended up getting Project Overkill, as a matter of fact, for the PlayStation 1, which I haven't gotten to playing that just yet. But that was one of my favorite games on the PlayStation 1, and I got it like dirt cheap on eBay, and I had to go ahead and grab it up, and surely enough I did. So I'm really getting back into feeling the nostalgia once again when it comes to PlayStation, like PlayStation 1, just the nostalgia that I had, man, that's just some of the most cherished moments of my life when it comes to gaming is the PlayStation 1. There's just so many great titles that's come out for that system, it's insane. And I would love to be able to have an entire PlayStation 1 collection someday. Well, there's a few games that I would really wouldn't want to bother with, but there's just so many great ones that are out there. I would just love to have like a complete collection of PlayStation games, with screw the sports ones because I don't care about sports, and sports games are a dime a dozen, because there's a new one coming out every single year. So it's not like they're really hidden gems, as you could say, for certain games and whatnot and things like that. Are really solid titles, and like Legend of Legaia, Legend of Dragoon, Final Fantasy VII, things of that nature. Rival schools, stuff like that. But yeah. Got to get around to playing that a little bit, and I actually ended up downloading one of the first Microsoft, well, it is Microsoft, Xbox. One of their first games that's out for September is already out, and it's called Earthlock Festival of Magic, I believe, and it's like a turn-based RPG, colorful, cartoony kind of thing. Seems like it's rather challenging, too, and I'm just like, damn, dude. I thought maybe it would have been a little bit easier in the early going as I go along, because you can't pick any type of difficulty or anything. You just jump straight into it. And So I kind of been playing around with that a bit, and I kind of played a little bit of Dark Cloud 2, trying to get back into that again because I ended up downloading that to my PS4. And I've been playing a little bit of Just Cause 3 once again, and got back into playing Neverwinter some also. I'm one of those people who I always jump around with games unless there's one that's really going to grab my attention the entire time. I'm always jumping around, which to me is good because you're actually keeping the variety and the spice and whatnot in terms of gaming and things of that nature. Sorry, I had to fart basically. That was disgusting, but whatever. When you got a gas pain, you just got to let it out. Whether it comes out your ass or out your mouth, you got to belch, you got to fart, whatever, you got to do it. You're in your own damn home, no matter if it's on the YouTubes. You go ahead and do it, and fuck it. But anyways, let me think. What else have I really been playing lately? Um, Actually, I believe that's kind of really been it thus far for this past week. There will be some other games that I will be playing that will be coming up the following week, which is actually dealing with Battle Arena Toshinden 1 and Battle Arena Toshinden 2. I also got, let's see, what else did I get? Tekken 3, yeah, because I do want to actually have all the Tekken games on there just as well. I really want to have them on the PlayStation 1 because I have the second one, and I'm getting the third one. Yeah, it's greatest hits, but I don't give a shit as long as it works and it's complete and all that. That's all I care about. Um, but yeah, it was really kind of cool how I ended up coming across Battle Arena Toshinden 1 and 2. When I went on eBay at one point, I was looking at different lots and things like that, and I'm just like, oh crap! I was like, I'm not going to be able to afford this or get this. I don't want this. I don't want to bid. I don't want to pay this much. I don't want to bid this or anything like that. And then I actually ended up watching a video of a guy that I'm subscribed to. His name is BioPhoenix. Go and check out his channel, and if he checks out this video, he'll know that I called him out, so to speak. And he actually had gotten Battle Arena Toshinden 1 and 2, and I'm like, oh my god! I was like, I've definitely been wanting to get both of those because the fact is I used to have both of those back. Well, actually, I didn't. A friend of mine had them, but I did play them quite a bit back in the mid to late 90s when they were released, and it's just like those were kind of, especially Battle Arena Toshinden, the first one of the first games that I played on PlayStation 1, and I was like, I would really just love to own the freaking thing, and I finally have it now, and I got it at a good price, and the second one the same way as well. And from what the description had said was that they were very good and they're complete and they're long box editions too. I really want to collect some long box editions of PlayStation games, older PlayStation games. I mean, I really do because they just have a really cool, unique look to them, and I've always wanted to own some, so now I have two. Because whenever Sony switched over to the whole jewel case thing, I don't know why they call them jewel cases. I mean, they got jewels in them or something. But anyways, yeah, it's like I want to be able to own some of those because I just thought that they were really cool concept and they just kind of really stood out, especially when you put them up on your shelf, which I don't have a shelf at the moment to put the stuff up on, but when I do, they'll be up there. And so yeah, I was definitely glad to be able to find those, and obviously Tekken 3 as well. I want to be able to get Tekken 1, but I want to see if I can get the long box version, because Tekken 1 was also one that was released on long box as well. And obviously, usually the long box versions may be a little bit more than the jewel case ones, I guess because of that unique look or whatever. And I thought it was kind of cool because the original PlayStations, the long box ones, obviously they have that unique look, but one of them, it's like, I guess when they first started to come out, they had a rigid, don't quote me on this, when they first came out, they either had a rigid spine or they had a flat spine. I don't really know which one came first, but they both happened. They had a rigid spine on the edge of it, right on the top, and then they had a smooth spine after that. But I don't know if these have the rigid spines or not, which if they do, that's really awesome. But if they don't, that's something that I really want to get as well. I want to be able to find some of those, which I think would definitely be an awesome thing, for sure. I'm kind of just ecstatic about it a little bit, because I'm just like, oh, this is some of my childhood that's coming back, and I'm being able to see this and have this and be with this, just have this euphoric moment of this childhood nostalgia bursting forth out of my face, and as a matter of fact, speaking of which, I want to be able to get Destruction Derby as well, because Destruction Derby was another one of the first ones that I played on the first PlayStation, and it was amazing. I loved it to death, and I would definitely want to find a long box version of that. If I can't, all well and good. I still want to be able to own it again for sure. But let me think if is there anything else. No, nothing in particular that I could think of at the moment. But anyways, no, that's been said. I'll go ahead and end this now. I know it's kind of an abrupt ending or whatever, but, you know, whatever. I just don't really have anything. It's late. I'm tired. I can't really think straight right at the moment, I suppose. So anyways, I'll see you, lovely people, on the next video, whenever that is. Which you can guarantee there'll be one next week at some point, but as far as like any other videos, I'm not necessarily sure. I just made one as a matter of fact, dealing with what people choose, dealing with either controllers or keyboard and mouse. So yeah, go check that one out. I posted. I'm looking at it upload right now. The damn thing already uploaded. Look at that son of a bitch. But anyways, I'll talk at you later, you lovely people. Later, taters.